Hello there everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Chris Penguin 1990. My name is Matthew, and today I'm going to continue with Proverbs, a chapter of day. And I look through my videos and I see I left off at chapter 3. So, and if you wonder what I'm looking at my webcam, make sure it's recording. We're on chapter 4. So, Proverbs chapter 4. Hear ye children the instruction of a father, and attend to know understanding. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law. For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also, and said unto me, Let thine heart retain my words. Keep my commandments, and live. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor, and when thou dost embrace her, she shall give to thine head an ornament of grace. A crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. Hear, O my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of thy life shall be many. I have taught thee in the way of wisdom, I have led thee in right paths. When thou goest, thy steps shall not be straitened, and when thou runnest, thou shalt not stumble. Take fast hold of instruction. Let her not go, keep her, for she is thy life. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness, and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the just is as the shining light, that shineth more and more into the perfect day. The way of the wicked is as darkness, they know not at what they stumble. My son, attend to my words, incline thine ear unto my sayings. Let them not depart from thine eyes. Keep them in the midst of thine heart. For they are life unto those that find them, and health to all their flesh. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Put away from thee a froward mouth, and perverse lips put far from thee. Or deceitful, actually, is what that means. Let thine eyes look right on, and let thine eyelids look straight before thee. Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. Turn not to the right hand, nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil. And I find it ironic with God's timing that I'm able to start doing these again, especially after everything just happened recently in Charlottesville and around the country with the hatred and racism and everything else. And before, I know a lot of people want to jump in there and, oh yeah, you're right, the racist. I was like, there was hatred on both sides. I mean, you don't want to admit it, but there was hatred on both sides. So, and there were people out there that were just there to protest the taking down of a monumental statue. They were not there for racist intent. They were just there because they didn't want the statue taken down. And I'm going to put my words out. Removing a statue of a general from a civil war who just happened to be a general of the South, or removing a statue of somebody that just happened to own slaves, does not remove the past. It doesn't change the past. But you can keep the statues up, just change a plaque saying that while we remember him for the good he did for the South in the Civil War, which, by the way, the Civil War is not fought to free slaves. I can do a video on that by itself. That's not why it was fought. It was fought over economics and because the North wanted the money from the cotton product. But that's a whole nother video. I can do that if y'all want to. But yeah, I mean, that's not why it was fought. But to sit there and try to make a statue of somebody or a monument for somebody that the South remembers because that's who fought for the Confederate States during the Civil War, and they owned slaves. Well, first of all, they're remembered for what good they did, not the bad they did. And I'll give you a great example. Nelson Mandela. Everybody, oh, he's such a great person. I was like, well, yeah, but he was in prison for killing a lot of people. So now he's a great person, but he was in prison for doing a lot of stuff? What made him a great person? Oh, you're wanting to forget all the bad he did. Okay. So that's called hypocrite. You want to raise Nelson Mandela up here, but throw a Civil War general from the South down here because he had slaves at one point. No, he did bad too. So if you're going to do that, and it's like President Trump said, well, I guess we're going to remove the Washington Monument because he had slaves. Oh, let's get rid of Thomas Jefferson's monument because he had slaves. And people started, oh no, how can you compare a president to a... No, you're wanting to forget that presidents owned slaves too at one point. And that's what President Trump was trying to get at. He said, if you're going to remove one monument because the person owned a slave, you need to remove all of them. Don't just nitpick certain ones because you don't like them. And that's what they're doing. Because they know nobody's going to remove a presidential monument. But they'll remove little small monuments like generals, Lewis and Clark, or something like that, because they had slaves. First, I know I'm supposed to be sticking with Proverbs, but I'm going to go on a small tangent. First of all slaves were not black. There was black slaves from Africa. There was Irish slaves. There was Asian slaves, China and Japan, and I think some Koreans. There was Indian slaves, or Native American as they're called now, that were here. And there were some white people that were slaves from Europe. So it wasn't all black slaves. So when you say slave, it wasn't just the Africans that were slaves, okay? So get that out of your head. That's false history. But anyway, like I said, I'll probably do a video on nothing but that. But anyway, let's get back to Proverbs. So anyway, guys, hopefully this Proverbs has helped you out, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, God bless. This is Matthew for Christian Penguin 1990. Later.